Right, so I really want to do a music recommendation video. I'm an internet nobody because I've been on here forever and I never upload consistently enough to ever have something take off or not very good at making videos. So, just to preface this, I am not like super smart about it. You can see my text document, I'm looking at it because I'm forgetting things because I'm fucking silly. Um, so basically, obviously there's like a fucking bajillion fucking people on the internet. They'd be like, oh, you should listen to this song, you should listen to this song. Obviously that's fine. But I'm not gonna be like, you should listen to these songs. But if they sound interesting, obviously, I'd say that like every person online recommending music is about it. They're not. This is kind of inspired by well, not inspired, but I got the motivation to make, yeah, inspired. I got the motivation to make this from Sir Watts on Insta because I started seeing their stuff pop up a lot. Where it's like today's music recommendation, and they get the little jingle and stuff. Um, and it's cool because they made their own jingle. I like when people do that stuff. I did that for my little YouTube channel intro thing forever ago. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna have like a very weird amount of like it's not gonna be a consistent amount of artists each video. So basically, please don't expect like hyper consistent videos. I'm gonna try to have the same excitement. I don't know. Uh, words. But first artist I want to start off with was The Berserker from Australia. I found an album of theirs on Bandcamp recently called The Simulate. It's kind of like it's kind of like a is it like a hardcore electronic and grindcore kind of, and it fucking rips. Just listen to this. Next one I want to recommend is Metaroom. Uh, Metaroom is an artist I have been a fan of for a while now. It's probably since 2020, 2021-ish. I found their stuff. Oh, I don't. It might have been 2020. I found their stuff. On YouTube. I found Worm Rave. From their Sweet Genesis album. I have a 10:30 alarm to wake up. Um, but yeah, I used to scroll like a lot of SoundCloud and YouTube and like, oh my gosh, Twitter and stuff back when I was in high school. I want to say this was probably 10th grade, I think. Um, and me and my buddy, we were like the only two people in this empty ass classroom doing online classes, because they had like the college stuff, and we used to play Fate Grand Order and um scroll Twitter and stuff in between classes, and sometimes we would skip some classes. Not great students, but whatever. I graduated somehow. Um, but anyways, back to the point. Sweet Genesis is pretty good if you're really into like that bouncy, um, experimental-ish, like like glitchcore. It says glitchcore, but I don't know if that's the right term. But it's really good if you like bouncy electronic music. It's very fun. They you might know them from uh Joel G's animations with Ina. They did a few songs now. I think 3 songs? No, two or three songs, I'm pretty sure. Uh I haven't really listened to them that much, but no, it's a good. The final one I wanted to recommend was Lil Kevo 303. I found them on Spotify quite a while back before I stopped using Spotify because the CEO is a fucking shitty billionaire cuck who feels like he should spend most of the money he makes off of that on weapons and funding wars and stuff. Typical billionaire shit. So yeah, I stopped using that because I'm not funding that shit. And also, they hardly even fund the artists that make them the fucking money in the first place, unless it's like a very big mainstream artist. Not that the artists are necessarily complicit in what the Spotify CEO is doing, but I do think a lot of artists should pull from Spotify because Bandcamp is a good alternative. People can buy your music, sort of like Apple Music, and you get to download it. But it's also a good way to just support the artist. Not that Apple is any better than Spotify, by the way. Um, but yeah, Bandcamp's a really good spot to support artists. Uh, if you're on PC or if you have like a mobile browser with a ad blocker, uh, SoundCloud and YouTube are both good spots. SoundCloud especially if you're like looking for new artists. Bandcamp's also a good way to look for new artists as well because I like to snoop through people's uh, accounts. Uh, you'll see like somebody with a cool profile picture on people that support this album, and you're like, oh, that's a cool profile picture. What kind of music do you like? And you'll see like you got like 3, 4 albums maybe in common, and so you look through and then you're like, oh, hey, this looks cool, and it's like, oh, dude, this fucking rips. Actually, I'm actually following somebody now because they have got their. I did this very thing and they had the mom from Calvin and Hobbes, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I used to read those, and I was curious what they listened to, and it's a lot of really good metal that they have on there. So I'm definitely following their account. But anyways, Low Kevo 33, it's kind of like it's kind of like a gabber jungle type thing. It's really fun music.
Evil spirit. That's all I got left. If you don't have the stomach for it, get the hell out of here.
I fucking love some of the songs he did with Goreshit. Goreshit is another artist I recommend. They were recently on tour with Machine Girl. I'm fairly certain, and it was cool. I didn't get to see it sadly because I'm a broke bitch and I have other priorities right now because I didn't put those priorities first the other year, so it's whatever. But yes, um, definitely, definitely, definitely go on Bandcamp and check these artists out. They're all really good. I'm gonna try to come back and do some more videos like this where I just kind of bullshit uh about just artists I think are cool. A lot of cool artists out there. So if there's any that anybody watching this video would recommend, don't be afraid to put it in the comments and shit. Uh, or shoot me a DM about it to put it in a video. I don't really care how you do it. I like finding out about new artists all the time, and it's cool.
Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me?